be also hearing are the practicing professionals who will come and give you the domain knowledge. Like we are partnering, we are going to partner with IBM, of course, for the part-time program as well, but also we are partnering with other industries. Like just now Mr. C.J.Ravi Shankar said that they are partnering with us by sharing some of their data which is on a shareable basis, and they conduct the active learning project. So the idea is that you should not only get the knowledge or the skills, but get an opportunity to apply this knowledge and skill on the in the real life, real world situation. And the classes will be held on a weekend basis, and it's a blended learning mode, so that you can, during the week, you will still have contact with the faculty member through the LMS. Okay, have I answered your question? Yeah. Now, by joint, right now the full-time certification is given jointly by IBM and SSN, and the same pattern will also follow for the part-time certification. That is why I would like to introduce Mr. Madhu once again, that he is a representative of IBM. Of course, we had also Mr. Rajeev, who is a speaker, one of the speakers is from IBM, but Madhu is from IBM management side, administrative side. So you can talk.
So the certification will be of, it will be both from IBM as well as from SSN. It's a joint certification. Yeah.
And of course, if you work on, let's say, active learning project on a data given by a specific industry, even they would be very happy to certify on that. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Any other questions?
So the maximum duration?
No, the maximum is, see, it's a modularized. What we expect is once you join a particular module, say it may run for about 4 months over the weekends. You can take a break, the credits are carried over. And then, supposing you are deputed outstation for a project work, you may still come back and join for the next module.
Minimum time is 2 years.
No, minimum is 1 year only. If you continuously do it over all the weekends, it will become 1 year. As against 6 months full-time residential program, where it is meant for accelerated learning. Yeah, would anyone, any of my faculty members, would you like to say anything? Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Hello all, I am Jay Karthikeyan. I am associated with the School of Advanced Care Education, and I have been teaching a couple of courses in business analytics. So we are running full-time PGCBA course for the past 3.5 years. So right now, 8th batch of PGCBA is being currently in progress, and they are at the verge of completion. So as it is shared in the brochure as well, we have 2 semesters where the first semester will focus on the foundations, visualization and statistics, and the second semester will focus on data mining, big data and advanced technologies as well. And mostly all the courses will be done based on activity-based learning, in the sense that normally the forenoon will be lectures delivered by the faculty members or from the industry partners. And afternoon sessions will be a discussion session, or it could be a presentation, it could be an activity-based working on projects, or writing some codes, and then group project activities as well. So this is the pattern that we follow in the full time. So we are also likely to follow the same pattern when you meet, if you are a part-time candidate as well. So this is our overall structure, and we have our colleagues as well. I want them to introduce as well.
He is our alumni.
Hello, I'm Sundar. So I'll be handling data mining and big data courses for the second part of the, as sir was mentioning. So I mean, I think he covered all the points. So we have morning we'll be having the theory classes, and afternoon we'll have some practical sessions and presentations and other things. So any questions if you want to have for.
He's Dr. Arvind is leading machine learning and artificial intelligence group in entire SSN campus. Would you like to say something? How you are?
Yeah. So good afternoon, everybody. As Dr. Albert said, we have a machine learning research group at SSN, and I'm part of that machine learning research group. As you all know, machine learning has close relationship with analytics, and as part of, we do research in machine learning, but as a spin-off, some part of our research can be converted into in teaching analytics program. So if you have any specific questions about AI or machine learning, or what kind of research that is happening, and how we can convert that research into analytics, I'm free to interact with you.
In fact, he's already dealing with the machine learning group, which is headed by Dr. Arvindan. They're already dealing with the industry projects and offering solutions to the industries actually. Yeah, Dr. Shivakumar, you want to say anything? He is the one who lays the foundation by taking first couple of days. He explains how the data is generated through various transactions and so on. You would like to say anything? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can tell this.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm currently doing my PhD in clinical data mining. So actually, when many of the experts who spoke here today talked about domain knowledge, believe me, I'm a computer engineer who's trying to go into the genes and genomics of human body. So domain information or domain knowledge plays a very key role in how we apply our imagination over the domain knowledge is how we are going to translate issues or problems into actual problems of computer science to be solved. So I guess each of you will be having a varying knowledge, or each of you who are going to attend the class themselves could be having a varying skill set. Some of you could be expected to be from mathematics background, somebody from computer science, somebody else from something else. So it's how we are going to work together and apply what we know already, probably get it translated into computer problems for solution is also going to be a key role. So each of you are expected to learn or fine-tune your skill sets on them. So nothing is impossible, as was said, but applying ourselves just not into programming, but there is a whole lot of other holistic views that we need to bring in. So how we're going to do about that is going to be fun as well as a challenge. Any questions on how we go about on gaining these domain knowledge is not going to happen in a single day. So experts from these fields are going to help us through. So I think that's very important aspect of this whole program. Any questions?
Yeah, so like as you're working on a research project, so the curriculum is something which you customize?
So, hope I'm audible. So we constantly keep upgrading the curriculum. So recently we did a revision of curriculum, last year. I've not even said this year. By March we did a revision of the curriculum. So we launched it in the year 2014. So we keep constantly, revising the curriculum in line with the industry requirement.
So you don't follow any university based?
No, it's not a university base. In line with the industry. Industry base.
And of course, you heard our guest of honor, Professor Matthew Bass. He has come all the way from US. We have a collaborative program with Carnegie Mellon University also. But of course, that is for software engineering. But what we pick up from them is best of the teaching learning processes. And now I want to invite Sriram sir to tell us about, so far we discussed all the technical aspects, starting from Sameer sir, who told us about the data scientists, and then Rajeev told about the cognitive analytics, CJ sir telling about the domain and so on. But along with the technical, what is very important are the behavioral or personal, what are the individual attributes. So Sriram sir has been heading, HR role in Cognizant, which grew, I think, during his tenure from few hundreds to 2,70,000 people. So let's hear from him what are the right attributes required for these roles. Sir. Yeah, please.
Why do you need 2 minutes? Oh, okay. So I was just a passenger in the Cognizant journey, okay? It's not me that contributed to the growth. Anyway, just to summarize the discussion that I think all of us have had, very, very fruitful. Professor said there's a lot of food for thought, so you can wait 5 more minutes before you get lunch. So let me tell you my understanding, and I've been in the field of HR for over 23 years. And most of that has been with Cognizant. And during that time, when Sameer was heading our business analytics, data science, and the AI practice, we had an opportunity to actually create a business unit that where we had to hire and also train people from within. And that's how you can build scale, right? I think Professor Matthew Boss also mentioned there's a lot of need for applying data science in everyday situation, and if it's going to cost $300,000 to $500,000 to hire somebody, organizations feel a lot more comfortable investing in talent that they already have, and that's what a lot of us do. And to start with, like I think Prakash mentioned, a lot of the stuff that you saw in his presentation are the ones, I wouldn't even say prerequisites. Those are things that you learn along the way when you become or when you want to specialize in this function. So I don't have anything more to add. But more than that, we do a lot of work in what they call ethnographic research or human sciences, right? What we bring to the table is the human context, or the context intelligence, as Rajiv put it. So to differentiate words in a sentence to actually start, making meaning for the system, right? When we talk about chatbots or even digital assistants like an Alexa or a Siri or a Cortana, conversational intelligence is not the same everywhere. So for example, in Cortana, you can actually ask a question and have a follow-up question, and it would recognize that it is related to the previous question, right? Because many of the other assistants do not recognize that the first and the second question are related to each other. So understanding domain, understanding people is a very important part of our hypothesis that makes these systems learn. In fact, I met a friend of mine very recently who works in Chennai. Amazon has about 1,200 people right here in Chennai that does NLU. And he talked about NLP. There is a natural language understanding team that Amazon has, which is 1,200 people strong right here in Chennai. And I asked him, is it all for the different dialects of India or across the globe? So thankfully, it's not just for India; it's for every other region. Um, so, in my limited experience, and there's so much more to learn. People that have been successful or that have been able to make a mark in this profession have been data rational. So at least you appreciate data in the way that these systems need to be configured to give you those meaningful insights. And like Sameer mentioned, how do you go from just getting insights to prescriptive analytics? So what's the journey? And that's the journey that all of us have to go through. So how in our day-to-day work, if we had to use the examples that that we are part of, how does that transition from insights to those prescriptive analytics apply? I think that's something for us to think about, and for us to also develop certain views on how we can apply those models. And these tools are just vehicles that will help you get there. That's what I really had. Was like Rajeev mentioned, there's a tons of tools that are out there in the open source world that anybody can use. And I've started working with a few startups in the very recent past, and I find a lot of these kids that are able to pick up languages that are used for machine learning programming or pattern recognition algorithms. That's really amazing. But to put it in context of a business or for commercial use or for certain insights, and that's where I think people who have the industry expertise lend that additional insight. So that's all I had. Thank you.
Part-time program in the month of Jan. So you can express your interest in our website, www.sace.ssn.edu.in. Similarly, there is an existing program for the full-time. So people are there to assist you if you have any queries regarding to that. And also I would request you, there's going to be another session in the afternoon. So those who wants to do MS in USA, so there is a program which is sponsored by Carnegie Mellon University. So young minds, if you want to shape your career in the field of software engineering, you can stay back and you can listen to Professor Matthew Boss. He can clarify your doubts. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for making this.